the scope of HRM covers the broad aspects, three aspects they covers. One is personal aspect. So that is related to employees who are working in that particular organization. And the second one is industrial relations. Industrial relations means organization to organization, or company to company, or section to section. That is industrial relations aspect. And third one is labor welfare. So labor welfare consists with the persons who are working in that particular organization. The management have to look after their welfare also. Welfare means there is a labor laws is there in government. So how the work hours is designated, and how the pays are designated, how the ESI, PF benefits are to be allocated to the employees who are working in that particular organizations. So these are all looked after by the management, and these three aspects comes with HRM, that is personal aspect and industrial aspect, as well as labor welfare also comes this human resource scope. And when we see the HRM functionaries and officials are expected to know about various employment related laws, acts passed by the central and state government, including amendments done to the subsequent to their passage from time to time. So the management have to keep mind the laws enforced by the central government as well as state government. So the law enforced by the welfare of the labor or personnel working in that particular organization. So how the PF has to be provided, and how the gratuity will be provided, how the medical facilities have to be provided. These are the laws created by the central government or state government, labor laws. So every management has to know these labor laws pertaining to personal and administration. So they have to keep in mind these laws, and they have to be implemented in every organization for the sake of the employees who are working in the particular organization. So they have to keep in mind. So industrial relations aspect is broadly deals with employees discipline, employee-employer relations, and collective bargaining, trade unions. So in any companies, there is a union system is there. The workers who are form a unions for getting their rights. So trade unions are there, enforcement, employment laws and agreements, grievances redressal cells have to be put upon. The grievances from the employee side or employer side, and the disciplinary procedure if the personnel has make any mistake, how the disciplinary procedures may be evolved, and the health, safety, recreational facilities for the employees who are working in that normally in multinational companies we are see these recreational facilities like sports facilities as well as tea time facilities, like recreational facilities have to be provided for the employees for the sake of employees who are working in this particular organization. So nowadays information technologies is developing as like we are using this WebEx platform or this Zoom platform for taking our sessions. Like that, we are using the information technology in as a workforce. So many multinational companies are using the manpower in a virtual mode. So people are sitting in their homes and they can work from their home only. So by this information technology, now technology has a significant impact of human resources practices. In the last 2 decades, human resource management is transitioning to more technology-based profession because utilizing the technology makes information more accessible to the whole organization. So now we are seeing many multinational companies, employees are working from home tentatively for the organization. So the technology has significant impact on human resource practices. So keep in mind that. And there is a difference between personal management and human resource management. So when we look after the personal management, so personal management is a traditional approach to managing people at workplaces. So in the organization, so we have to manage the people who are working in that organization. But when we come for HRM, it is a modern approach to managing the people at workplace, and it views the concerns of the managers of all departments. It's proactive approach to managing employers. It is a proactive approach. That is a traditional approach. The difference between personal management as well as human resource management. And naturally, it views at a routine function. Personal management, it is a routine function. In a hierarchy, many people are working in a hierarchy in particular organization. In human resource management, it is viewed as a strategic function. So managerial efficiency given priority in personal management. So there is a hierarchy. So management efficiency is given in personal management as an important role. In this, when we come from HRM, human values and individual needs are given priority. So when we come for human resource management, we have to observe the human relations also. We have to make benefits for the employees for their boost up. We have to make perks, recreations, as well as safety, health precautions for the employees who are working in the organization. That comes upon HRM. So when we see the difference between personal management and human resource management, personal management is a traditional approach, and human resource management is the broad and modern approach. We have to understand that. And personal administration, employee and employer and employee relations, and employee welfare as the major function of the personal management. When we come from human resource management, acquisition, development, utilization, maintenance, and separation of human resources are the major functions of human resource management. So this is the quite differences between personal management and human resource management. In personal management, job design on the basis of division of labor. When we come from HRM, the job designs are basis of human and teamwork considerations. When we go for multinational companies, there is a system of team leader and additional team leader, manager, team manager, like this. We have a teamwork there. When we come for personal management, there is a boss and manager, deputy manager, like the hierarchy we see in job design pertaining to personal management as well as human resource management. So human resource management is the collective work, and it is a group work, and it is a teamwork. So organization interest valued most, and inter-organization and employees approach is the main motto of the human resource management. When we for communication is formal, limited, and even restricted in personal management. When we go for human resource management, the communication is informal and open to all. So now MNCs are giving the information to all the staff members who are working in teams for the sake of development of the organization. So these are the quite differences between personal management as well as human resource management. When we come for result orientation pertaining to personal management, organization goal is achieved and employees are satisfied pertaining to personal management. When we come for human resource management, organization goals also achieved, as well as both employers and employees also satisfied. So this is the result difference between personal management as well as human resource management. So when we go for evolution of HRM, so HRM is both is a discipline or portion. Earlier we discussed. So as a discipline, it comes upon it comes under social science like public administration, economics, and management. So as a discipline, it comes upon this social science. As a profession, it comes upon management. Management means every company has its own he has to maintain it personnel. They have to put up HR managers, like, so they have to manage the workforce who are working in that particular area, and they have to look after the welfare of the employees who are working in that. So the therefore, there are 4 stages in HRM. They are putting out of stage and personal administration stage. And third is human resource management stage. And fourth is strategic human resource management. Strategic human resource management means how to utilize the personnel who are working for the benefit of the organization to maximize the input of the organization. So that is comes upon strategic human resource management. Right. The origins of the human resource management can be traced to workforce management arrangements made for the welfare of the apprentice working in the master craftsman putting system that privileged during the medieval ages. So this is started when the industrial revolution is started. This human resource management is comes upon. So personal administration management stage shortly after the First World War in around 1920s, workers' rights emerged and area of concerns of action after Second World War. It means 1940 onwards, the personal administration is evolved and districts function. So personal administration evolved. Whenever the industrial revolution started in 1920s, it will started, and after Second World War and after 1940s to 50, the personal administration evolved in a distinction functions. So according to Robert Owen, a Welsh textile manufacturer and social reformer is considered the father of personal administration. So Robert Owen is known as father of personal administration. He was well known for improving work conditions in factories. So factories workforce conditions improvement is done by this Robert Owen. The emergence of human resource management can be attributed to the writings of the human relations school attached great significance in the human factor. So when we come for human resource management, it deals with the emotions and feelings of the personnel who are working in that particular organization. HRM deals with the human values also. HRM during the stage of focused and strategic involved managers, acquisitions, talent management, succession of the planning, industrial and labor relations, diversity and inclusion. In current global environment, most companies focusing on the lowering the employees turnover and retaining the talent and knowledge held by their workforce. So we are seeing now many multinational companies are asking for the new talents, new people. So they are going for engineering colleges at the time. We are calling as campus recruitments, and they have selecting their needs for this organization, and they are selecting the people for their workforce. So the last stage in evolution of human resource management called as strategic human resource management, SHRM abbreviated. So what we discussed earlier, SHRM deals with recognized a key input for the efficient and productive working of organization. Earlier, HRM considering a staff function for the subsidiary function worthy of importance. So when we come for the significance of the human resource management, so as a human resource management, they have study for 5 M's. 5 M's means one is men. Men means who are working in that particular organization. And second M is money. So the money involving the functioning of the organization. So pay and perks of the people who are working in the organization. And also the maintenance of the organization. And the paper, pens, all these stationery for functioning of the organization, and that is second money. And they have to, HR is maintain the machines also. The machines who are supporting for the workforce means men, as well as material also. They have to look after the material also, and they have to look after the methods for maximum utilizing the human resource in a optimum manner. So in this human resource management, we have to study these 5 M's, that is men, money, machines, material, and methods. So when we come to the significance of the HRM can be understood, and HRM helps the organization to reach its goals through the medium of efficient management of employees, as well as it helps the use the skills and abilities of the workforce efficiently, and it provides the organization with well-trained, well-motivated employees. Well-trained and well-motivated employees. So many MNCs are pulling the talent, young talent from the engineering college by the campus recruitment, as well as, and they are taking the young talents, and they are giving the training for their needs for training period, and they are motivating the employees, young generation, for giving more perks also. And HRM is helpful to increase the employees' job satisfaction and self-actualization of the full-fledged. So human resource management deals with employees' job satisfaction also. Keep in mind, and it is necessary to maintain the quality of work life also. And HRM is important to communicate HR policies to the employees. So HR policies, how the employee may benefited, how the medical benefits are there, and how the gratuity is there, how the PF is there, provident fund are there. So how the benefits are they are giving, and what is the HR policy that the organization is dealing. These are concerned with the human resource management. The main objective of the human resource management is to make out the job and deal with the employee. So HRM deals with the employee and employer relations particularly. So in a earlier manner, and it's a perform job in the organization, and need to identify the job. In order to identify the right person for a particular job, a notification should be issued. The notification should contain job description. So each job has a job role, and what we call is a each job has job description, and what is the duties and responsibilities of that particular designation, particular job, and specifications and academic qualification and physical qualification. So as to verify the correctness of the candidates invited, they should be tested suitable selection methods, picking up the right person. So normally today MNCs are taking the campus recruitment drive. They are putting the selection method as one is verbal method and non-verbal method, and they are conducting an exam, and they are taking an interview, and they are taking a final round of interview according to their company's requirement. So these are the process for selecting people for their needs, organization needs. So according to employees should be rewarded for the jobs they do in the organization, and their safety in the job is the responsibility of HR manager. So what is the role of HR manager is he has to build, employees should be rewarded for the jobs they do organization. So what they work for the organization, they have to rewarded by time to time. So incentives may be given to the employees for their job. So this is the main responsibility of the HR manager, who should not only list out the employees' safety measures, but also should also see their scripts be followed. So maintain the employee data and maintain the HR policies, and they should be followed in a particular manner. So HR officer, HR manager have to generally required no 10 C's, the human resource management. So he have to look after these 10 C's. What is the 10 C's? First C is cost effectiveness, and second C is competitiveness, and third C is coherence, and fourth C is credibility, and fifth C is communication among the employees and employer, and credibility of the organization. You have to look after the credibility of the organization, and creativity in workforce. You have to look after the creativity in the workforce and competitive advantage, and you have to analyze the competence of the employee, as well as you have to look after the change, and you have to look after the commitment of the employees pertaining to the job or task given to the employees. So although all practice HRM is private sector and they have relevance to HRM government sector too. So HRM is deals with public as well as private sector also. So summing up of this human resource management and scope, importance, and all these things, human resource management is, which is earlier known as staffing or personal management, is both discipline or profession. It is a discipline as well as it is a profession. Discipline by social science, like public administration, economics, sociology, social work. As a profession, it is a part of management. Each and every organization need this human resource management, how to deal with the employees who are working in that particular organization. It's a study is useful to the students and practitioners of public administration as well as business administration also. When we talk for management, it comes on business administration. This human resource management deals with the most precious resources of the organization, that is human resources. The human resource here refers to employees working in formal organization. Human resource management deals with the recruitment, selection. So recruitment means how the MNCs are recruit their staff for their needs, and selection process, and they have to give induction for this training for this the job description of the employees who are there recruiting, and training also, and development, appraisal, compensation, discipline, promotion or career development of employees, as well as retirement related matters also. So HR deals with all these things, coming from recruitment to training to induction to development to appraisal to compensation, promotion, career development, lastly retirement matters also. The value of the professional human resource management is well recognized in the private sector in general, the MNC sector particularly, but value is not fully recognized in government sector. So this is about human resource management and the importance of human resource management, what we discussed. And we have discussed in this session what is human resource management, and we define the human resource management as a part of discipline and profession, and what are the functions of human resource management in the organization we already discussed, and we differentiated the differences between personal management and human resource management, and we have discussed the importance of the human resource management, and we are discussed now what is the job description of the HR manager in particular organization. So in this first chapter, we discussed all these things, and later we discuss on HRM and next session on tomorrow. Right. Right. And
sir, good afternoon, sir. Sir. Hello, anyone in online?
Yes, Priyanka. He left the class.
Okay. Dear, have any important questions?
No, not yet.
Okay. When, madam? Tabassum?
Yet I don't have. If I'll get, I'll inform you.
Dear, you have a textbook, this human
No.
research management.
I went to the university, but they said that the textbooks haven't printed yet. So I'm using model papers.
Only model paper.
Yeah.
When they given?
They